Act 3, Scene 4 opens as Desdemona, accompanied by Emilia, requests that a clown fetch Cassio for her. The clown leaves, and Desdemona bemoans the lost handkerchief, saying that she would rather have lost her purse full of coins than have lost the gift, which she worries will put her husband in an even fouler mood. When Emilia asks if Othello is a jealous man, Desdemona thinks he is incapable of such feeling, that the sun where he was born drew all such humors from him. Othello enters, and Desdemona again pleads Cassio's case. Othello ignores her, instead taking her hand and remarking how hot and moist it is. He again complains of a headache and requests his handkerchief. Desdemona offers a substitute, but this infuriates Othello, who tells the story of the origin of the napkin. The magic handkerchief was made by an Egyptian and given to Othello's mother, who used it to secure his father's love. Othello then requests to see the handkerchief, knowing already that it is in Cassio's possession. Desdemona is stunned by her husband's harsh words. She lies, citing that the handkerchief is not lost, but she doesn't wish to fetch it at the moment. She attempts to shift the conversation back to Cassio, but Othello leaves in a huff before she can finish. Emilia then cynically remarks to Desdemona that men are like stomachs, and women like food. Men eat them hungrily, but when they are full, they belch them. Iago and Cassio enter, and Cassio decides to let the matter of his lieutenancy rest for the time being. She asks for his patience, noting how Othello lives in strange unquietness at the moment. Iago decides he will go meet with Othello to find the source of his anger, and he exits. Emilia and Desdemona exit as well, leaving Cassio alone. Bianca, a prostitute, enters and questions Cassio why he has not been to see her lately. Cassio apologizes for his absence, giving her Othello's handkerchief to appease her. Bianca is offended, assuming the handkerchief came from another of Cassio's women. Cassio denies this, stating that he found the handkerchief in his chambers, and he will do his best to see Bianca soon. Although Othello claims that he will deny Desdemona nothing, Scene 4 shows him certainly denying his wife a fair trial, in which she may answer Iago's suspicion of adultery. He keeps his suspicions a secret, content to play games with Desdemona. He takes a holier-than-thou attitude with regards to her hand, calling it hot and moist, and hinting at her promiscuity without her knowing what he's talking about. Also frustrating is his behavior regarding the handkerchief, because if we refer back to the scene in which it was lost, it was Othello who told Desdemona to leave the handkerchief on the floor after she dropped it. His tale concerning the handkerchief, while certainly in line with his outsider upbringing, still has the ring of falsehood because the story seems too perfect in its parallels with the couple's current situation. Furthermore, the fact that Othello promises perdition or eternal damnation to the person who loses the handkerchief seems heartless. In his mind, he has already damned his wife, and so Othello's behavior in the scene reeks of cruelty. In Scene 4, Desdemona slowly begins to recognize the danger of putting her husband on such a godlike pedestal. Her statement that "my lord is not my lord" is an example of the new, docile wife role she will begin to assume. Here she attributes Othello's behavior not to a flaw in his character or some evil in his soul, but rather because he is not himself. The Othello she knows would never act the way he currently does. The way she first sees it, this jealous Othello is not the real Othello, so she mustn't judge her husband if it really isn't him. But doubts about Othello begin to surface at the end of the scene. She urges that women must not think of men as gods, or even expect anything close to the man they knew on their wedding day. She also states that she was mistaken in feeling responsible for Othello's unkindness, and feels that he alone is responsible for his foul mood. Desdemona has always had headstrong qualities like these, but this is a turning point in the play because she finally gets fed up with her mistreatment and gives her marital frustrations a voice. Although we'd expect her to continue in this vein, this is only one of a few instances where Desdemona sees herself rightly as the victim and not the perpetrator. Question 1. Telling Emilia that the sun where he was born drew all such humors from him Desdemona believes Othello is incapable of lust, sorrow, jealousy, pity. Telling Emilia that the sun where he was born drew all such humors from him, Desdemona means that she believes Othello is incapable of jealousy. Question 2. Othello recounts the story of what object made by an Egyptian and given to Othello's mother, who used it to secure his father's love? A dress, a scarf, a handkerchief, a necklace. Othello recounts the story of a magic handkerchief made by an Egyptian and given to Othello's mother, who used it to secure his father's love. Question 3. Desdemona urges that women must not think of men as partners, gods, equals, friends. Desdemona urges that women must not think of men as gods, or even expect anything close to the man they knew on their wedding day.